this section of this video, we're going to talk about causative verbs. And what are causative verbs, you might ask? Good question. They are verbs that are used to say something caused something to do something. So, for example, here are some in English. Cause is a verb, like he caused me to jump in the air. Make, he made me do something. My mom let me eat ice cream. My parents had me clean the room. And my sister got me to wash the car for her. Those are all examples of English causative verbs. You'll notice this little formula here. We have subject, causative verb, plus object, plus predicate. And the formula is the same in English and Chinese. In English, I said, he made me wash the dishes. So he, subject, made, causative verb, me, object. Predicate would be an adjective or a verb. A verb would be wash the dishes. An adjective would be he made me really happy. Really happy is an adjective phrase. So here is a little list of causative verbs in Chinese, and I'll explain them quickly. Rang is the most common, but the weird thing for English speakers is it can mean to make someone do something, and can also mean to let somebody do something. And that's a little bit hard to get used to. Allset Learning pointed out that that's a little bit strange for a lot of English speakers. How can something mean? Because to force someone to do something and to let them do something, to allow them to do something, seems really different. But the fact is, in context, it's usually very clear what's meant by the speaker. Then we have, this is both written and spoken. It's the most common. Jiao is more spoken, less written, and it means the same thing. Actually, I don't know if it means to let someone do something. I think it means more like to get somebody to do something, to make someone do something. Yao is more of to want somebody to do something or to require somebody to do something. Shi is also to make someone do something or cause something to happen. This one's more written and not much as spoken. I mean, it can be understood, but it's usually written and not spoken. And then we have qing, which means to request. It's the most polite of these, where it has more of a deferential feeling of like requesting rather than forcing or making. Okay, let me show you a couple examples. We have a very simple one here to start. 我女儿, what does that mean? 我女儿, my daughter. 让, that means to make or cause or let. 我, me. 很高兴, very happy. My daughter makes me very happy. Isn't it amazing sometimes that you can translate super directly and it works? Like this phrase, this is exactly the way it would sound in English. It's exactly the way it sounds in Chinese. I find personally that I'm more amazed by the similarities between Chinese and English in concepts or the way words are applied or even grammar sometimes than I am by the differences. And I think at first you're struck more by differences, but the more I learn about the two languages, the more I'm like, man, they're both obviously spoken by people because there's certain concepts and ways of thinking that are the same. You're like, wow, that's profound, Eldon. They're all both spoken by people. 我爸妈不让我参加. Can you translate this one for me? 参加 means to participate or to take part in something. So what do you think this means? 我爸妈不让我参加. My parents will not let me participate. My parents are not letting me participate. 我想请你帮我一个忙. Okay, so what does this mean? 我想, you should know that. I want 请你 to request of you or to get you. 帮我 to help me. 一个忙. So this is hard to translate directly. This is from Allset Learning. 帮忙 means to do a favor or to help somebody with something. So 帮 means to help, 忙 means busy. So it's like to 帮一个忙 is to help someone do something that they're busy doing. It just means to do a favor, to help somebody out with something. The 一个 is because this is a separatable. It's a noun. It's called it's a verb object verb construction. We have a verb and its object, but it's put together into what sounds like its own verb, but actually it can be split because it's not a multi-syllable verb. It's rather a verb plus object combo, and so it can be split in 我一个 my one. So my one 忙. So 帮我一个忙 means to help me with something. So anyway, Qing, this means I would like to ask you to help me with something. I would like to ask you to help me with, or to do me a favor, something like that. 他的演讲, his speech, sure, this is the more formal one, also from All Set Learning. 他的演讲, his speech made the audience, 非常 means extremely, 激动, excited, or moved. 激动, when you're talking about a child, it means they're like jumping up and down, super excited. When you're talking about an audience, being 很激动 means they're probably excited, but it also probably has the idea of like being excited into action, being stirred up. So 他的演讲使听众们非常激动. There you have it. Those are causative verbs. Super helpful to know, and thankfully the grammar works just like English, and so it's very easy to translate from one to the other, and so that's really nice. In this segment, we're going to learn about the preposition xiàng, which means toward or from. And the first two are examples of it meaning toward, as in direction. And then the last two, it means something like from. And the first one is a little bit more literal. So xiàng by itself has to do with facing, and it has to do with direction. Like where are you facing? What direction are you facing? Literally, 方向 means direction, as in north, east, south, west, or left and right. So this is all of these examples are from All Set Learning. This is 向东走, 向 toward, east, walk or go. 向东走. That's it means to go east, or to go toward east, to go east. So in English, we would say go east. But in Chinese, if it's in a prepositional form, it'll be toward east, go, or walk, depending on context here. This is 老师正向我们走来. Okay, so 老师, you should know that one, teacher. 向 toward, 我们 us, 走来 walk. Now this definitely means, or it would usually mean walking. It could mean coming, I suppose, but 走来 just feels like walking to me. So this is a let's see, what is that? That would be a verb with a oh no, I'm blanking. Is it a simple? Yes, it's a simple directional complement. So it's walk and then to come toward, or to come toward the speaker. So the 正 here, do you know 正? It's as a helping verb, or is it considered a helping verb? Yeah, I guess it's a helping verb, or maybe it's an adverb actually. It means currently, so it means that this is happening currently. So 老师正向我们走来. The teacher is walking toward us right now. 老师正向我们走来. So there's the 向, it's toward us. It's talking about direction. So here are some other examples where it no longer kind of literally means toward, but it means something a little bit different. It can be, in English, it would normally be translated from, I think, and these are more limited. When you're talking about direction, it can be applied liberally to any verb talking about the direction of the thing that's happening. But when it's this from idea, it's more specific. It pairs with certain verbs, and you basically just have to learn them, which verbs use xiàng, and then you'll understand it and you'll be able to use it as well. But it's a little bit more specific to certain verbs. All right, so this is a very propaganda or like a political sounding statement. It says 向雷锋同志学习. So this means to. So if we do it really directly, it would be 向雷锋, which is a person or a made-up person. 向雷锋同志means comrade. So comrade 雷锋学习 study or learn. So it means to learn from this person or imitate this person. So it'd be like a way to encourage people to be like 雷锋. And so this phrase goes back some decades to when the party kind of created this figure that people saw as an exemplary figure and that people should learn from him and to imitate him. So 向雷锋同志学习. Here we have 我不喜欢向朋友借钱. So 借钱 means to borrow money. Friends. So 向朋友借钱 means to toward friends borrow money. It means from friends borrow money. You can kind of see the connection there, like toward friends. It's like you're looking at them, you're facing them, and you're getting money, right? But I do not like to borrow money from friends. So there you have it, 向. It's a great preposition to know and to be aware of. Its most basic meaning means toward, but sometimes it has, paired with certain verbs, it has a feeling of from. And in this last segment for today, we're going to look at the phrase 经过, which means to pass by or means through. And so when it means pass by, we'll look at two sentences where it means pass by, and then we'll see where it means through. So the pass by is a little bit more of a literal usage of the word. So 经过人民南路, this means the People's South Road. This is a common name, some similar to like Park Ave, which might be in different cities. 经过人民南路就到了. So this would be giving someone directions, saying that when you pass by this road, you'll be right. It'll be right there. You will have arrived right there. That sounds very awkward, but basically means that you'll see it once you pass by this road. So it's like you might not be on this road, but you're passing by it. Then we have 我坐火车回老家. Let's look at that phrase first, because that's kind of like, it's almost like the subject of it. Well, no, it's not. It's not the subject. The subject is me. 我坐火车回老家. I sit or take the train going home, going to my 老家 is hometown. 我坐火车回老家，常常 often 经过 pass by 这个城市 this city. So and by the way, these two examples are both from All Set Learning. 我坐火车 now. Let me just, 经过 means to pass by. So the idea is on this train, or when I take the train to my hometown, I often pass by this city. So it means to like pass through or pass by. So, but I love this sentence because it shows you how sometimes Chinese is very flexible and it's just put together differently from English at times. So take this example. This would be like, if you literally translate this, it's I sit on the train, go back to my hometown, often pass by the city. Just this phrase here, I just find it like, it's 我坐火车, I take the train back to, I guess in English you could say, you would say, this whole phrase would be, when I take the train back to my hometown, I often pass by this city. So, or something like, or when taking the train, like that. So just, in English, you added a when, first of all. That's the one big difference. And then just this, like, 我坐火车回老家. I guess so if you add a when I take the train back to my home. I guess it's a little bit more literal there, but I just find this a fascinating, like in one sentence without any comma, you have this whole idea of when I take the train back to my hometown, I often pass by this city. I just find that to be an example of how flexible Chinese can be and how sometimes you can just tack on ideas one after another to make a pretty complex sentence, but it's literally just one sentence. Here we have an example of jīngguò meaning through. Now, when it means through, it tends to emphasize the process of something. So this is a great example of it. It says, 经过自己的努力. So through his or her, or I guess it's a her, okay. Through her hard work, she tested into Beijing Beijing University, which is one of the best universities in China. So through her hard work, she tested into Beijing University. So the idea here, it does mean through, but it's not usually like a simple, like, it doesn't so much mean through a tunnel. That would be passing by. Jingguo, you could pass by a tunnel, and that'd be like walking past the entrance. So pass by the tunnel. Where this kind of through it's more of like through the process of doing something, it caused something else to happen. Another example would be, there's another example from All Set Learning here that I didn't write on the board. It says, 经过2个月的准备. So through 2 months of preparation, 她顺利地通过了这次面试. She easily passed this interview. So there you have it, 经过. Hope you're having fun. Keep up the good work. You are doing great.